Hello everyone, welcome back to another market review and recap. Going off today, I didn't have any trades. Unfortunately, it's been another flat week for me. I'll get into it. No news events today on Friday, May 1st. When we go to the daily chart, this is our new range because we closed above the swing high, so this is the new range. And we seem to have respected this fair value gap and this order block right here, and we continued higher. So now we still haven't formed this daily fair value gap, so I would expect today to continue higher. So on the daily chart, it's seeming bullish to me. And then when we go to the 90-minute chart, things were pretty clear. All assets closed above previous day high, so that would mean it's in alignment of that bullish narrative. And also NQ had just, it tapped into a 90-minute fair value gap. So from here, I would expect an internal range liquidity move to external range liquidity move back to all-time highs. So yeah, that was my bias. And also, this is at 9:30 a.m., but we can see that we had a previous session low SMT here, which is nice. So overall, my game plan for today was bullish, and I'd be looking for previous 90-minute low SMTs at the open. The reason why I wasn't looking for a 15-minute entry is because we already had an entry on the 15-minute, but it was outside of my trading window. So now I just have to wait until 9:30 to get a previous 90-minute low SMT. So that was the plan. Action plan for today is just previous 90-minute low SMT at open. And well, at open, what happened was the fair value gap was like down here, something like this. So we tapped into it and we got a really nice reaction from it. And then at 9:30, this is 9:30 open, we just went higher. We just sent it higher. And yeah, so there was no real trade for me. There's no change in state delivery. We only got, an SMT up here on the lows, but at this point the move had already happened. Normally you want to be positioned like here on the entry and then, catch this move. But yeah, so at 9:30 price just ran without me, and there's just nothing for me to do. So if it was a no trade day, there was also no framework to look for sales today, since we don't have that previous day high SMT and a daily fair value gap to look for a little retracement. So yeah, that was it for today. Now the daily chart is looking a little something like this. I'm expecting, this fair value gap to create right here. And then when we create this fair value gap, we'll see. Maybe we can, if we have a previous day high SMT next week, we can frame a little short back into the fair value gap, and then from the fair value gap, if we get more SMTs, take it higher. So yeah, that's about it for me. These have been a pretty painful last 3 weeks for me. As you can see, last 3 weeks have just been, red. I'm currently down, just minus 1.68 R on my funded account, which, it really isn't much at all. I have to blow the account, I have to be down like 13 or 14 R, 13 R, I think. And yeah, so, and 1.6 R is like one winning trade, and that's already made it all back. So this week, another flat week, and yeah, just some reflecting on my part on Thursday, because I wasn't a part of that long setup, and just kind of, reflecting on that trading day, seeing what I can do better for next week to keep an open mind for those kinds of trades, and I think I had some limiting, beliefs, like, um, yeah, just like the whipsaw price action got me a bit spooked and I was a bit confused. But also, like, if we are trading in a big range, it's kind of safe to be positioned at the low. So if we went down here and we got a previous session low and previous 90-minute low SMT and previous day high SMT was invalidated, there is reason to look for a long. And if we're doing this whipsaw price action, if we hit the lows and get protected and sell step in, then it's a good place to be positioned. And that's something I didn't pay attention to, probably because I just didn't want to trade in the conditions that seemed, weirdly volatile. But, the market is ever changing, so got to just adapt to that. So yeah, just some reflection on my part to see what I can do better moving into next week. And also, that was the month of April. And we'll see what the month of May brings. So yeah, hope this was insightful, and I'll be back next week, and hopefully can follow my plan, I can make good decisions, and I can just trade well and submit to the process. Alright, see you next week. Bye bye.